for joining us this evening on TKO 8 Local News. Approximately 30 people in support of Dr. Marcus Causey attended today's meeting of North Arkansas Regional Medical Center's Board of Directors. Prior to the start of that meeting, Dr. Victor Chu explained exactly what the #CauseyCorny movement is all about.
Yeah, we're basically here to support Dr. Causey and basically get to the point of what is the issue behind this dismissal. And I don't think he got a fair shake. I mean, honestly don't. For what he's being accused and what he's being dismissed from this hospital, loss of privileges, and subsequently this is a career-ending thing for him. So for a doctor who has served this community for coming up on 19 years now, had really good excellent service, good reputation, basically just really cared for this community and thousands of women that have delivered, to have him basically ousted for the reasons that they're stating, I don't think it's fair. I mean, there are worse physicians who have done worse things that are still staffed.
Very good. What do you hope to see accomplished here today?
Well, main thing is just want to know that there is support out there that really don't believe some of the things that have been said about him. And, you know, Causey's always been a patient advocate. He'll go fight for you if he thinks it's in best interest for you. And because of that, it seems like he's getting penalized for it. He's being painted as a physician who doesn't care. He's being painted as a physician who is careless and not precise. The verbiage that they've used to describe him as an aggressive, angry, incompetent physician, I don't see that. And I've known him for coming up 18 years now. It's amazing how, if he is this horrible a physician, why so many people like him and basically seek care from him. It's amazing to me, if he's such a horrible physician, why are the nurses coming to see him to deliver babies? Why do the nurses take their kids to come see him? And we're talking about even the OB nurses coming to see him. So if he's such a horrible physician, he's incompetent, incapable of caring, doesn't care about people, it's amazing how many people really like him could be described that way.
Once the meeting began, Board President Dan Bowers addressed the crowd with a prepared statement.
The North Arkansas Regional Medical Center is a privately held nonprofit organization operating under Section Title1 C3 of the Internal Revenue Code. The organization was established in 1996 after a public vote. The NRMC is not operated by the county or city or funded directly by tax dollars.
The meeting concluded within about 15 minutes with no questions or comments taken from the audience. A Mountain Home man now faces numerous charges after leading law enforcement on a police chase. 32-year-old Andrew Byer was arrested Friday evening on 3 felony counts of simple possession of a controlled substance, felony counts of fleeing, possessing a Schedule 4 or 5 controlled substance with the purpose to deliver, tampering with physical evidence, and possession of drug paraphernalia, along with misdemeanor counts of fleeing, fictitious license plates, no proof of liability insurance, and leaving the scene of an accident. An officer had initiated a traffic stop on the vehicle driven by Byer. During the stop, a female passenger exited the vehicle and entered a local convenience store. Byer then allegedly put the vehicle in drive, struck another vehicle, and sped away. The officer pursued the vehicle as it reportedly drove recklessly and nearly hitting another vehicle head-on until it hit a curb and was disabled. Byer then fled on foot, but didn't get very far as the officer deployed his taser, bringing Byer to the ground. He was released shortly after posting a $10,000 bond. And a man has been reported missing from the Calico Rock area. According to Izard County Chief Deputy Ernie Blackley, Peter Paul Sutterfield was last seen on January the 14th. Sutterfield is described as 6 foot 1 inches tall, weighing 200 pounds, with balding brown hair and green eyes. He was last seen wearing a black ball cap with a orange logo and camouflage coat along with blue jeans and boots. Anyone with information on Sutterfield's whereabouts should contact the Izard County Sheriff's Office at 870-368-4203. In Monday night's regular session of the Flippin School Board, Superintendent of the Flippin Public Schools, Kevin Hudson, says the board accepted 2 resignations. The first was that of high school special education teacher Pamela Stout, and then the resignation of Tracy Strain, who was the high school secretary. The board also approved the position for a full-time custodian. The next meeting of the Flippin School Board is set to be February 26th. Well, Tyson Foods Incorporated was recognized by Fortune magazine for the second year as the world's most admired company in food production. The annual survey is used to identify companies that have the strongest reputation within their particular industries. President and CEO of Tyson Foods, Tom Hayes, said in a statement that they were proud to be recognized once again as the world's most admired company in the food production industry, and noting that it is a tremendous accomplishment and a testament to the great work of their team members day in and day out. He added that 2017 was a record year for Tyson's Foods. They will use that momentum to continue raising world expectations for how much the good food can really do. Stay with us. Be back in a moment. We'll take a look at some headline news from around the region as TKO 8 News continues.
For the month of November, Quality Feed Grains deals of the month include buy 8 bags of rice bran for only $6.50 a bag and get a 20-pound bag of BB2 deer supplement free. Roughage Buster 200-pound tubs of kettle supplement are only $96. And 12% all-purpose pellets formulated for all species, only $4.75 a bag. Quality Feed Grains with 2 locations, 4617 Highway 65 South and 311 East Prospect in Harrison. Harness Boots and Shoes in downtown Harrison remains the leader in the most popular and durable footwear for women, men, and children. For the ladies, Harness Boots and Shoes features a wide variety of Birkenstocks and Birkenstock socks, plus winter boots from Merrill and Mucks, as well as Twisted X and short boots. For you men, Harness Boots and Shoes brings you the best variety in the area for work, dress, and casual wear, including brands such as Justin, Double H, Rocky, Georgia, and Wolverine. And the boys and girls have a wide selection to browse through too. Harness Boots and Shoes with outstanding customer service matched with layaway and free gift wrapping all year round. Ensures a shopping experience that will bring you back time and time again. Harness Boots and Shoes, 870-741-5750, or come on down and look for the Big Red Boot on the square in downtown Harrison.
A convicted murderer was found dead in his cell at an Arkansas prison over the weekend in what officials say is an apparent suicide. The Arkansas Department of Corrections says Greg Smith was found in his single-man cell at the Varner unit in southeast Arkansas on Sunday, hanging from a homemade noose. The department said in a statement that officers and medical staff began emergency medical treatment before transporting him to the prison infirmary. Smith was pronounced dead Sunday evening. Arkansas State Police and the Department of Corrections will investigate the death. Smith was 28-year-old and was convicted of first-degree murder in 2009 killing of Ronald Dale Cathy of Pocahontas, Arkansas. A Paragould man now faces sexual assault charges after police say he fondled a girl while she slept. Police say that 35-year-old Tracy Isom was arrested Saturday after they received a referral from the Arkansas Child Abuse Hotline regarding his alleged sexual contact with a 14-year-old girl. The victim reportedly said she awoke at least 3 times between July of 2017 and January 2018 to find Isom touching her inappropriately. A detective also interviewed an adult witness who claimed Isom had said he had noticed the minor was developing and had developed feelings for her. Isom allegedly told the witness he fondled the minor while she was sleeping. On Saturday, Isom turned himself in to the police department and was arrested. He is currently being held on a $50,000 bond. Watchdogs say a scabies outbreak at the South Arkansas nursing home has spread throughout the facility and into the community after those in charge failed to act properly. Government documents show that officials at the Long Meadow Nursing Care Center in Camden, Arkansas, told the nursing staff in some cases not to leave any documentation indicating they were treating residents for scabies. The documents also show that residents with scabies weren't isolated and proper procedures were neglected, causing employees to contact the bugs that spread outside that facility. The facility must submit a plan of correction, and until that time, according to Medicare and Medicaid, payments for new residents have been stopped. Regulators will revisit the site before it can receive payments from either Medicaid or Medicare again. When asked, 31% of students responded at the University of Arkansas in Fayetteville that they had been sexually assaulted since arriving on campus, according to a survey conducted by the Associate Professor of Community Health Promotion, Christine Jokerwich. The survey, which drew from the responses of some 1,000 predominantly white female students, indicated that U of A Fayetteville female students experienced sexual contact without consent at twice the rate found by a school-sanctioned survey last year. Jarkowicz's research also showed a higher rate of unwanted sexual contact at U of A than the nationwide average as derived from a 2016 U.S. Department of Justice report. However, the professor noted that a higher rate is to be expected at larger state schools like the U of A that have such things as large athletic programs, sororities, and fraternities. An injured bald eagle is receiving treatment after wildlife officers rescued it on Monday. According to the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission Facebook page, wildlife officers found the eagle in Monroe County. The officers believe the eagle was possibly struck by a vehicle. It was taken to a rehabilitation center and will later be released back into the wild. Before we take a look at this more spring-like weather forecast, here's the way the stock market ended today. Extremely windy night with wind gusts, and I'm sure most of you out there felt that wind gusting up to 40 miles per hour in some cases. It was extremely windy, and as a cold front passed to the north of us, that wind shifted from the south to the northwest and really brought in cooler temperatures overnight. Turned out to be a pretty nice day today. Lots of sunshine out there. The wind mostly subsided, and the temperature got up to about 48 degrees this afternoon, again with that sun. Looks like it's going to be a pretty nice week as we move on through the work week. Thursday looks to be really spring-like, up into the 60s. Well, tomorrow's not going to quite get there. We will have some sun throughout the day with a southerly flow, or at least a southwest flow, 54 degrees for an afternoon high. Look what happens on Thursday, up to 62 degrees. South wind of 10 to 12 miles per hour. On Friday, mostly sunny skies. Still a nice day out there, 55 degrees. And on Saturday, possibility of some clouds in the morning. Should clear out in the afternoon, 53 degrees for a daytime high. And on Sunday, 51 degrees, lots of sunshine. 50s, that's perfect for this time of the year. We are moving right on into the end of January, so anytime you can get 50 degrees or more in January in this part of the country, got to feel real good about it. So we kind of got rid of that 0 and below temperatures we had to deal with for 7 or 8 days. I'm glad we did. more spring-like out there. Stay with us. Be back in a moment. Take a look at sports from around the region as TKO 8 News continues.
Baby, it's cold outside, but it's hot inside Shelby's baby department. We have warm swaddling blankets by Little Unicorn and soft plush animals and matching reading books by Jellycat. Our bath accessories and unique toys by Aiden and Anae and Cloud Bee make great gifts. Come by to see our ever-expanding clothing and accessories for babies and toddlers by Minnetonka. And cozy pillows in a variety of colors. Our baby books help make memories to warm any cold night. And don't forget our baby registries and free gift wrap.
Basketball Monday, Mountain Home swept Bergman at home. The Junior Bombers picked up their 17th consecutive win with a 45-34 decision. Wyatt Gilbert led the way with 28 points as the Junior Bombers improved to 17-1 on the season. The Junior Lady Bombers are now 14-3 after holding off Bergman 37-30. Emily Payne scored 15 points and Allison Yates added 10. The 8th grade boys won theirs 49-23. Dodge Harris paced the team with 15 points, with Luke Proctor adding 10 as the 8th grade boys improved now to 6-9 overall. Mountain Home won the JV girls game by a score of 33-11. Haven Killinger and Annie Norcross each scored 11 points for Mountain Home. And finally, Mountain Home won the 7th grade boys game as well, 35-19. The 40th annual Elks Shoot, sponsored by the Mountain Home Elks Lodge 1714, was held over the weekend at the Mountain Home Junior High School Gymnasium. In the girls' 8 and 9 age group, Addie Elms of Gainesville was the winner by hitting 12 out of 25 free throws. Josie Refrig of Flippin was second, winning the boys 8 and 9 age group. And Joyce Hendrick of Gainesville made 19 free throws in a row. Allison Gadling of Gainesville came in second place. Keita Bates Dopp scored 14 of his 20 points in the second half, and number 13 Ohio State beat Nebraska 64-59, the fourth victory for the surging Buckeyes in the last 8 days. The back-and-forth game had 7 lead changes in the second half alone. The pair of foul shots by Nebraska's James Palmer Jr. cut Ohio State's lead to 4 with 2 minutes remaining, but the Cornhuskers couldn't pull any closer for the victory. Freshman Mo Bambi scored a season-high 24 points and grabbed 12 rebounds to lead Texas over Iowa State 73-57. The Longhorns led the entire way in that game. They needed, after 34-point blowout loss over the weekend at number 7 West Virginia. Kerwin Rauch added 22 points for the Longhorns. Barry Brown scored 34 points as reigning Big 12 Player of the Week. Dean Wade added 24, and Kansas State beat Baylor 90-83 in a high-scoring game for the third straight victory. With the win, Kansas State, who is sitting at 5-3 in the Big 12 Conference, tied its highest point total of the season. That wraps up our broadcast here for this evening. Thanks for joining us. Join us Monday through Friday at 6:30 and again at 10 p.m. as we continue to bring you local news, weather, sports, and local announcements from around the area on Harrison's broadcast station, TKO Channel 8. Now stay tuned for more local events around the viewing area.